Hello, people. Welcome to PUPL Cast. Today I'm with DD Joe only, and we're going to be discussing this semifinals tiebreaker in PUPL, which is both ways.
Yep. Hi, DD Joe here. Just me today with Fish, as he said. I'm the manager of the Dazzling Delphoxes who are in the tiebreak, so exciting times.
Yeah, very exciting tiebreak. Great to have two tiebreakers. Just gives us more content.
I'm kind of glad that it's not just one.
And also, none of the teams will be like rusty after the break week, which curses every team ever. You want to have momentum going in.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a very tense one this week for both of us. Both the Kingpins, Delphoxes, Gudras, Iguanas, no matter who you are, you're gonna be going in.
So
feeling
the first
the pressure.
seeds are going to be your Delphoxes, and the second seeds are the Goobers, I believe.
That's right, yeah. Then the Magmortars, then the Kingpins.
But some hearsay is saying the favorites are not favored in this tiebreak, but we'll dive into that right now. And I think we can just start with Suzuka ZS. I'll start because you know some tricks with Suzuka. I personally bias ZS here because he's free of World Cup duties, and he's pretty proven as one of the best clickers on the site right now. He went 6-1 or 7-1 in World Cup, and I think if he's locked into PU, he's gonna cook. I don't think it's a very big margin though, because Suzuka is amazing.
Yeah, I would say whilst ZS has kind of the record in World Cup, and that they've got that longevity, they've been around for a very long time. I think Suzuka's much newer to the scene, right? Suzuka is having an incredible season. So ZS in PUPL, I suppose, but I do agree that I don't think the skill gap is actually as big as it might seem, just based on kind of provenness alone. I'm obviously biased as well because it's my player, but I think Suzuka is a really incredible player, actually. Very tough to beat if they're locked in, so...
Yeah. Do you know if Suzuka's been playing in lower tier World Cup too?
Yes, so they were playing for Team China, who've just been knocked out by UK.
Oh.
Yeah, I gave Baddie a team against Suzuka. That he beat them, but they got kind of lucky in the game. I think Suzuka probably deserved to win. You can have a look at their games versus Metallica. I mean, against Metallica made a very strange choke in this game with Snorlax, I think.
Just team-wise, I know Suzuka. I trust Suzuka as a team builder a lot because they build a lot of teams that look like teams I would build. Like this team. Okay, there's no ground there's no ground type / volt resist on this, but besides that, I'd build this team. In fact, it's pretty similar to what I made, but
yeah, I've tried it out on ladder, and I think that one thing about them is they're very aware of kind of metagame trends and how to exploit certain things. They like Bombardier a lot. They like Passimian. They're on top of these Pokemon that are rising in popularity that not everyone is using. I mean, even Specs Gudra, you don't see that very often, but they're trying to make things like that work.
Just
they're pretty innovative.
Just a month ago or something, Suzuka was just known as this, or maybe more than a month ago, but Suzuka was known as just this grassy terrain cheeser that made everyone mad because Suzuka just kept loading the grassy terrain, but would always win.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of testament to their skill, though, because people kind of knew what they were going to bring and beat them. So,
the grassy terrain's coming. Oh, I didn't know Bombardier has a new animation.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool, actually. So is Tauros, by the way. Suzuka just skill diffs everyone. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know. This matchup will be great because ZS, as we mentioned earlier, is obviously an incredible player. Has been playing PU for years and years. Obviously has more time freed up. So, in my opinion, it could go either way. I think it depends on, the matchup difference. I think skill-wise, there's not an enormous amount separating these players. I mean, Suzuka obviously won the seasonal, knows how to click and can build balance, can build offense. They can play anything really. So
yeah, Suzuka really came into this into their own as like a balance builder. They build these really sturdy teams that I like a lot. But ZS, I kind of just trust ZS because I've seen him. I've just like seen how he works behind the scenes, and he just has this ability to pull out some kind of magic that always surprises. He can innovate something, or he can bring something solid. But oh, that was a cool Terra. But yeah, he can cook up something crazy. Something we haven't seen before in PU.
I believe that. I mean, he's the one who's innovating with the Duraludon stuff right now, isn't he? With the iron press or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, that's what he always did back when like Duraludon was legal. He was always using some bulky stuff.
Yeah, I think he's a cool builder, and I honestly I'm pretty split on this one.
Yeah, I'd say it's like 51-49 CS.
Okay, we can build ZS then for this one.
Yeah, that's like.
But I do believe in my girl Suzuka.
And next we have Lenny Rob Jr. in SM. Was this your choice? No, this is not your choice. This is the Kingpin's choice.
This is the choice of the Kingpins, yes. Who unsurprisingly went for their extremely successful SM player, Junior. He's currently 6'1".
Oh, 6'1", down.
This match was a bit of a catastrophe for Tom.
Oh,
he kind of
turn 1 just dropped.
Yeah, he kind of watch turn 2 as well. Yeah, this was for some reason Rob's Jelly was EV'd to live a Darkinium Z knockoff, so we kind of just lost in turn 2.
Yeah, you just dropped. Yeah, that was right away.
Yeah, that was really gutting to watch because we were obviously. This was the game to go to tiebreak, and we saw those 2 turns, and we were like, oh no.
But Lenny's been doing well in the SM best of 3, right? Or is he just their best option?
And correct me if I'm wrong, I think he's unbeaten in his best of 3 SM games. And he's been playing, in my opinion, he's been piloting really, really solidly. He's been just kind of methodically breaking down his opponents and has pulled out some really good wins both in SM, SS, and Scarlet Violet. So
I think if Lenny is known for anything, it's like slow gameplay with really slow teams with Pokemon that randomly have rest. So
yeah. Well, I think what shouts out to me about Lenny's gameplay is he's very methodical, very calculated with risk. I think he doesn't tend to go for kind of the crazy, flashy plays. He kind of just tries to work out the most efficient and risk-free route to victory. And can you give me some insight into kind of Rob Jr.'s style? Because I feel like Rob Jr. is super clean, but he also relies a lot on kind of good prediction. And
I wouldn't really be able to tell you that. I mean, I know from just watching him in tournaments, he uses like these standard teams. Sometimes he'll even use sample teams in high-stake matches. But he always just pilots it cleanly. He plays very well. And that's like...
He does, yeah.
That's like all I know about him. I couldn't really say...
From what I've seen in PUPL, I've seen him play crazy well. To be honest, I think he's in really good form. And I think Lenny's going to have to play really, really well to win this. But... that being said, Lenny is a really strong player. I don't think it's... I would honestly lean... I mean, I know I'm the manager of the Delphoxes and I shouldn't be saying this, but because Rob Jr. is just doing so well, and he is such an accomplished and good player with a 6-1 record, you've kind of got to lean Rob here, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd personally say like 6-4, maybe more even, because just like 6-1 and superior player. and all that. But if Lenny's undefeated, maybe there's something brewing.
Yeah, I mean, Lenny is also. I can give some insight that Lenny is not, just passive farming this tournament. He is contributing a lot, and he wants to win. So it's going to be a game. All
right. I think I'd give it like a 6-4 personally to Rob. And last is DPP TJ
Avarice, yeah.
Yeah, that's a real word. So.
Yeah, greed. Greedy avarice.
Yeah.
I'm just. Yeah, I mean, I lean TJ here. I mean, I know Avarice has some experience in DPP, and I think it's Django has been switched out. I assume because he's kind of cursed versus TJ. I think they're like 4-0 in their last 4 matches. So,
no, I tried to hack too. Crazy.
Yeah. I trust you. TJ's very, very proven in DPP. Been playing it for years.
Yeah, I think this is another like more lopsided matchup. I don't really see Avarice being able to adapt that quickly to DPP. Although more recently I've been watching his like tournament games. He seems more involved than before, where he'd just enter a billion tournaments and click.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Everett is obviously a really talented clicker. Mm-hmm. They've got that kind of uncanny ability to pick up any tier and perform at a high level. But I think DPP is one of those tiers that's it's full of little interactions and little things that you need to know pretty well to be successful in it. It's also one of those tiers that kind of rests on a knife edge constantly. Very, very aggressive. You got to play, you got to make big plays almost constantly. And I think TJ's been playing it all season very successfully.
Yeah, I think the consistency here for TJ makes it a very solid tiebreak choice. And yeah, I'd also give it like I'd also give it like 6-4 or more.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, Avarice could shock, but if we're just looking at stats and accomplishments in the tier, then TJ should have a pretty easy time with this.
Yeah, very interesting that both of the tiebreak slots chosen by the teams are kind of like actually lopsided into the opponent's weaknesses and their own strengths. So
yeah, I mean, we kind of always knew it was going to be Sun and Moon because we've struggled with Sun and Moon for most of. Well, we haven't struggled with it, but we had to draft Terracotta into Sun and Moon because we didn't really. Tom's been having a bit of a difficult tournament. Terracotta obviously is a bit more unknown, bit more unproven in Sun and Moon PU, but he's done really well. He got 3 wins. He's undefeated. But they know that we don't have someone, a big name. Like we don't have an MZ or a Rob Jr. So yeah, game on.
All right. So we can say that the deciding game will be the SV game. If, let's say, both of the tiebreak choices go as planned. Yeah, I'll be really excited to see that one.
Yeah, I think that's a highlight matchup this week. Suzuka, ZS, it's 2 people kind of in their prime. Mm-hmm. It's the Federer Nadal.
Yeah, and whoever wins that just has a huge advantage. I mean, obviously, it's a huge advantage, but it's like the decider. Like it'll be very hard for either like Avarice or Lenny to bring it back if the opposite
I think so
wins.
You never know. Know. Critical.
All right, and on to the Goobers McMortars. Very exciting SV game for me because personally these are like 2 of my favorite SV players or SVPU players. Maybe like Mind Gaming is there too and something, but I really like Sufis and Qs.
Yeah, they're both pretty good.
This matchup has some history. I know Sufis and Qs have played a lot. They played before in like a year or so ago, they played in a Brazilian tournament.
Or Brazilian Premier League.
No. It was PTPL. Yeah, they played in PTPL. I'm pretty sure, and I think
They played
beat
last
him.
year in P. Ah, interesting. They also played in PUPL last year, but that was back when the meta had Staraptor, Duraludon.
Oh yeah, Sapphire, free Staraptor.
Toxtricity.
We actually do need
That was
Staraptor, but
it had Toxtricity too, who I think is okay in any. But I think Sufis won that one as well.
Sufis won that one as well, yeah. So I think Sufis has like this
psychological edge.
He might have the psychological edge, and I also know Sufis when we were like laddering together, he would play Qs a lot, and sometimes Sufis would just like DM me a replay and say like, "Is this Qs?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that is Qs." So these guys have played more than we've think.
Yeah. I think we've all played Qs a lot on the ladder, to be fair. I know I have, so...
Yeah, so record-wise, you definitely go Qs, because he's just tearing up the tournament. History-wise, you would actually go Sufis, which is kind of... He's the underdog, but like history-wise, he's got this.
Yeah, I do agree.
Personally,
I think...
I'm leaning Qs, because... I think the Mags culture is like very good and soulful, and yeah, I think they're gonna win.
I honestly, if Sufis takes it really seriously, and I know that he has been taking it seriously, he could win this. But Qs, I think, yeah, as you said, he's really tearing it up. He's looked incredibly difficult to beat at this tournament. I think he's 6-1, right?
Yep, he's 6-1, and his motivation is through the roof. So, yeah, he is the guy to beat in SV.
He's that guy. Yeah, I agree about the culture thing. I think the Mags definitely seem to be amped up to the max, whereas the Gudras, I don't see them kind of shouting from the rooftops about their team.
Sufis in general, he isn't really like a... he isn't like what you would know as like a team player, but
no.
He's like a support, but he's not a team player, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think he plays more for himself. But I don't know, for me, I'm going to lean Sufis here, actually. I think that psychological edge is important. I know when I go into a set with someone and they've beaten me before, it kind of makes me play different a little bit, you know? And I think Hughes will really be feeling the pressure, whereas I think Sufis might. I don't know. I think he'll really want to win this. We'll see. But I don't know. It's up to you. I don't know. I think it's pretty... honestly, I think it's pretty 50-50.
Yeah, I was going to say 50-50. Like, this one isn't even like 51-49. I'd say it's like 50-50.
No. Honestly, skill-wise, I think they're pretty similar. I think Kios' building is a bit more innovative, but Sufis always brings kind of slightly strange-looking teams that work really, really well.
I just think Sufis' teams, like... in general, they do well versus wacky stuff. Like, he doesn't really let the... like, there's a mesh size to his team that just doesn't allow the silly stuff to get through.
Yeah, I think he's definitely pretty good at anti-cheese. Apart from that week 1 versus Drip Legend, where he did indeed get cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we'll vote 50-50, I think.
We can go 50-50, but... I just think God is with the Mags, because God is with the Mags, because I don't know. I think good Discord cultures are rewarded like that.
I tell you what, that is definitely true. I think if your team has an incredible culture and where people are really amped up, they kind of get a real sense of community, then players definitely perform better.
Yeah.
Go on then. Both Qs.
So next up would be Black-White, with Black-White got LPZ versus Drud. who is actually also like a black-white god.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's instinct is probably just to say LPZ because he's.
I wouldn't. That would be that would not actually be my instinct, because my biggest involvement with black-white PU was last year's black-white PL, and LPZ did lose to Drud in that tournament. Possibly twice, but I'm not sure. I do know that Drud went like 7-1 that tournament, and his only loss was me, because I'm like a black-white PU god.
Interesting. Okay, I did not know that Drud had that black and white sauce.
No, yeah, he went like 7-1 that tournament, so
that's very impressive.
That was the Swana tournament, but
right.
I don't think the meta looks that different without Swana. I mean, LPZ is here with Mantine, because you need a water flying.
Swana light, yeah. I mean, it is. I don't think it's a bit different, but definitely some things have gotten a lot stronger, right? Like, Torterra for one. Torterra is pretty.
If LPZ has been, nice. If LPZ has been looking at like the really minute details, what changes with Swana, I think he would have like a builder edge. But besides that, I think actually it's LPZ in black-white. Like, of course he has the builder edge, but I think this is pretty even.
That would be my only question. Yeah, I think skill-wise, obviously, Drud is very, very good. But yeah, that's the question. It's obviously LPZ is far more invested in the tier. Does Drud remember as much as he needs to beat LPZ?
Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he's like testing with Neomon too.
Yeah. Right.
Neomon disappoints him, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Drud has been testing with Neomon or something like that. So he shouldn't be rusty. It's just, does he... It might be those little details that LPZ knows more. However, I will say Drud, in situations like these, he has like... It's like if he doesn't win, he's gonna die. Like, he wants to win that badly.
I see. Yeah, and is LPZ super locked in? You know?
I know he's locked in on Gym. I don't know about Pokemon.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, LPZ is 4-2 at the moment, which is pretty good, but it's not quite the sterling record that.
And also implies not playing a full season, I think. Like, there's been some sub-outs there.
I think he subbed out 1 week. I can't remember who his sub was. Okay, it was versus us. He subbed for FE13, I think. Because he couldn't schedule with Tizio. And that was one of our wins, so that was nice. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say for me.
Well, I think we just have to go with LPZ, but I would only go like 55-45 at most, because I just know Drud is really good at this tier.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good to me.
And the final match would be OBB versus Beat Black. What the hell is OBB doing in DPP?
I don't know. I didn't even know he played DPP.
Nobody did. I think even Drud was surprised. I saw him post in the ZU Discord. He's something like, "What the hell is this guy doing here?"
A polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas.
Exactly. But their other option would have been Ara, and Ara lost to Beats Black twice, I think, at this point. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and once you've had that psychological kind of beat down, I think it's fair that you
actually
the player into trouble.
They played last week. They played DPP into PU into ZU back-to-back games, and Beats Black won both of them.
Oh, ouch! Yeah, that's a serious psychological debuff.
Yeah, so they had to. They could have put BT Boy. I know he plays DPP ZU, but I guess they just went with OBB.
I mean, OBB is kind of a safe pair of hands in most tiers, right? He's a very good pilot.
He could have been there.
Beats Black.
Actually, no. Normally OBB would be your tiebreak because he's the only person that enjoys SSZU, PU.
Right.
And but the Mags have an even more expensive SS player who's also doing well.
They had LPZ as well.
Yeah, you
so
got the
it makes sense for them to
slot.
go black and white.
But
yeah, I think Beats Black probably wins just because he's a DPP specialist and he's really good.
And he's supported by Drud, so it's like Drud plus Beats
Right.
Black versus ROOBB. And I think this one is like the most lopsided one. I wouldn't say it's actually maybe it is like 6-4, but definitely the most lopsided feeling.
I gotta say it is weird seeing Drud in a DPP PU tiebreak kind of setting and not playing. You know what I mean? Because Drud is obviously so good at DPP.
But Beast Black is like right up there, and Drud is so good at black white.
Well, I think Beats Black wins this. OBB might just be secretly really good at it, but like he definitely doesn't have the kind of resume that Beats Black has, right?
Yeah. So probably predicting a Mags win because the other two games are so close. And Beats Black is the one that's favored, if anything.
Yeah, and I think actually these tiebreaks are the quality of games I think we'll see will be really, really high. So it's going to be pretty hype.
Yeah, I think that's it for now. Maybe we'll catch some games live, but that probably won't be me recording.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll try and organize some stuff. And then I think we'll do a final cast for finals.
Finals, maybe some recording of finals. Okay, yeah. See you all. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.